The Jordan 11 Gammas are rumored to be restocking at JD Sports, but I honestly do not think this is going to be a nationwide drop. I'm gonna put this picture on the screen. There was apparently a JD Sports somewhere that you could see a girl putting up a flyer at the front door with a picture of the Gamma Jordan 11s, the shoe that everyone's going crazy about, literally. And they're pretty much saying that they're gonna raffle off the restock that they're gonna be getting. Apparently there's been a rumor like on Instagram and stuff, a lot of like sneaker pages, Twitter, they've been saying like there's gonna be restocks at retailers, and specifically JD Sports, because it's kind of confirmed. Doesn't confirm nothing, y'all. Like, this is just certain stores. This is one store, y'all, that they put that this is at. So this is one store. I don't know where this is at, but apparently they're going to be raffling off the reservation winners. So the reason I don't really think that they're going to be doing this at many JD Sports, I think this is like a kind of like a rare occurrence with certain JDs. Obviously someone hinted a sneakers app restock. I do not think that's going to happen, y'all. They just dropped last weekend. Like, come on. Like, for example, like Jordan 4 Bread Reimagines. I'll pop that pair on the screen. That pair came out like a year or two ago. Whenever they dropped, they did do a restock on sneakers app like a month or two later. So like a month or two later, y'all, like maybe 3 months later. So you gotta keep that in mind. Probably not that long, probably like 2 months after. They're not gonna restock this shoe when they just dropped them. Like, so like I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but if you did not cop for retail, like, you know, not saying there won't be a restock. There probably will be like JD Sports, retailers like that. JD Sports, Hibbets is always doing little restocks, but like they get cooked immediately. There will be restocks from retailers who have leftover pairs or whatever, but come on, this is a very in-demand shoe. So they sold out pretty much everywhere. I actually called a JD Sports yesterday, and the guy kind of seemed kind of triggered. He was like, this is the 10th person that's called me today asking this. And I'm just like, oh, that's crazy, you know, because yeah. But yeah, so if you do want to check your stores, I do recommend that, you know, do call your stores or go in there. Sometimes though, employees are not, this is allegedly, but employees are known for lying. And this has happened to me before. I literally went to like a DSG, aka Dick's Sporting Goods, last Saturday on the release day. I was just going around the mall because I was picking up my reserve pair at Foot Locker. But so I like came way later in the day because I already reserved a pair. So it was like mine till like 5 o'clock. But you know, the people that went to the first come first serve stores, or also like the stores that like the people that don't pick up their reserve pairs, they'll let it out first come first serve at like after like 1 o'clock or something like that. So people line up and stuff like that whenever there's a release like this. And I went to DSG and like I asked the employee, do y'all have these? And she like just blatantly lied to me and said, yeah, there's a big line over there. And she wasn't talking like past tense. She was like saying that like it's present, like right now it's happening. There's a big line over there. You can go check it out. But she pretty much just shooed me off. I was in the shoe section. I like actually went over there believing there's a big line. There was nothing. I ended up asking another employee and he said, oh no, they all sold out. They bought them all. For people who didn't buy retail though, honestly, I think you can wait a little bit and maybe they will go to like 300, 320 and like most of the sizes. Right now they're really not that much more than that, but if you're paying on apps, you're gonna be getting like kind of taxed a little bit. But so if you can get it from local, but everyone's taxing on these, I'm not gonna lie, y'all, everyone's kind of taxing on these pretty hard. I mean, I understand why. I mean, they're trying to make their money or whatever, but yeah, I would say wait, because we are in Christmas season, so all the prices are a little bit inflated. But then again, another side of me is like, this is a shoe that's probably gonna hold their value. But then again, you know, the bread, I mean, you can't really compare this to the Bread 4 Reimagines, but you kind of can. Whenever the Bread 4 Reimagines came out, they were going for like $300, just like these. They're not going, they never hit like 350, 360 like on release day, like probably before that, like when they're unreleased they did. But they ended up like the Bread 4 Reimagines are like super down bad now. Like they're going for like 250 almost retail. I don't know if that could happen with these. I don't really think it's gonna happen with these just because this is a colorway that hasn't dropped in like a minute. Like I think the Bread 4s last dropped in 2019 and then they came out with the Reimagines, which is like just 5 years later. So, and also the Bread 4s, like the original ones are rumored to come out next year, but that's off topic. But yeah, y'all, so that's pretty much everything I want to talk about JD's restocks. I would, you know, recommend at least checking your stores. If it is near you, maybe just go into the mall. Like if you're going to the mall for something, I know a lot of people like go to the mall around this time of the year. If you're going to the mall or something, definitely check the retailers and ask them and just see if they are going to be getting this restock. Because I don't know if they are. I don't think many stores are. I think that's just very like maybe like 1 to 3 stores might get a little restock and they'll do kind of like that store I just showed y'all a picture of in the beginning of the video. But who knows? That could be AI and it could be fake. You never know nowadays. But yeah, that's pretty much everything I talk about the Jordan 11 Gammas. If you do need a pair, I have a 9.5, 10, and a 12, which I'll be giving better deals than the apps. So if you do want to pay less than the apps on those 3 pairs, I have those 3 sizes. So if you want to hit me up, can't guarantee you they're going to be available when you watch this video. But yeah, stay tuned for more fire videos. God bless. Peace.